Hey, how are you? I'm getting ready to do my first video for how I'm going to go about getting through a class that I'm taking at Spring Arbor University. It's the last year of the master's program. This particular course over the next 8 weeks is spiritual formation and justice issues and how the two of them come together. We've got a few projects along the way that are going to get us through the class, and there's also some disciplines that we have to do, journaling this all somehow. And so I've chosen to use video as a medium to capture all of this because one of the projects that I'll be doing is a mini documentary on a group up in Michigan that I'm going to highlight called the Hope Project, and they help young girls and teenage girls who are being rescued out of the sex trade, the sex industry here in America, human trafficking. It's being known as. These guys have been doing it for a few years. They've got a home that they use to rehabilitate these girls, and so I'm going to connect with them in the next couple weeks to volunteer some time as part of the class, 10 hours, but I'm sure I'll give them more than that, and then also film this little documentary about what they're doing and then share that with you because it's just a group that needs some support. So if we can get the word out there in any way, it'd be fantastic. The other thing that I'm going to use in this course is this Bible here that I've been wanting to pick up for quite some time. It is the Poverty and Justice Bible. It's put out by World Vision, child sponsorship. You might be familiar with World Vision that way. I've been wanting to pick the Bible up for quite some time now. It's been out for about 2 years, and I just haven't been able to justify it. So I've used this course now to justify going out and purchasing it. The reason I think that it caught my eye finally for this course, obviously it talks about justice issues, and that's what the class is about. But in the middle section here, because we have to do daily journaling, daily disciplining through the course when it comes to issues of social justice, there is a section in the middle of the book that is full of 47 of these little themes dealing with social justice. And initially, when I saw the Bible, I thought it would, there's 47 of them that would, if I did one per day, that would ideally get me through most of the 8 weeks of the course. But as I've read through it a little bit, some of these themes that it talks about actually go into quite some detail and may actually need more than just one day to do it. So rather than just try to be real strict and say I'm going to get through them all in 47 days, I'm actually going to pull back on my pace a little bit of that and maybe just pick one theme per week, and that would be like my focus for that week, and then work in daily journaling, daily disciplining of paying attention to what God is doing through them. And how, there's one in here just about, talking about toilets and how not everybody in the world, has clean sanitation. And why did God give the Israelites in the Old Testament specific instructions on clean sanitation? And how does that relate to social justice? And some people may see that and laugh because we're talking about toilets and social justice. But, I think if I choose to use this one over the next 8 weeks as kind of the weekly discipline of just paying attention to the toilet and how that impacts our lives, and how it impacts our life might not be the same as how somebody else's life is impacted because they don't have the same sewage system that we have, then maybe we'll pay a little bit more attention to the things that we do have and something that we can be thankful for. So I'm going to do that. The reason I'm telling you about that is I'm going to invite some of you who may want to come along for this ride, and just for the next 8 weeks, go ahead and take the same journey that I'm going to be on. One, just it may be good for you. God may be able to use it in your life to build a little bit more of His heart into you, a little more of the image of Christ into you through some of these things. But also, I want to just interact with people on some of the things that we're going to talk about. While I might not shoot a video every day chronicling the journey over the next 8 weeks, I will write nearly every day. There's going to be a period in about 2 weeks where we're moving back up to Michigan. We'll see how that goes. I will do my best on that. But I just want to invite you to jump in on that and throw in your thoughts to the discussion that's going to take place, because I have to write a paper about all of this at the end, and so I would just like to bring a few more people along with me as we explore social justice and what it means for our faith, what it means for our families, our communities, our faith communities, and as we look at just really what the Scripture says. Another feature about this Bible that I really like, and that kind of turned me onto it a while back, is that I had heard that that there's over 2,000 references in the Bible just dealing with the poor, just dealing with poverty issues and justice issues like that. And what I really like about this Bible is what they did is they went through and they highlighted in orange for you already where these verses are. And so as I focus on social justice over the next 8 weeks, this book is going to be by my side the whole time, because in it I will be able to have those verses just jump right out at me. And I'll be highlighting those. Some of you who are my friends on Facebook know that I try to put out Scripture every day, Monday through Friday for us. I'm going to be drawing Scriptures right out of this Bible now, the ones that are already in orange. And so as you turn into your Facebook every day, you're going to find that the verses I'm reading and the verses that I'm putting out there are dealing with God's heart towards the poor, God's heart towards making things right. Now let me just finish this off. I'm going to read the course objective to you, the course purpose and description, so that I can get it into my head one more time to make sure I stay focused and you just kind of know what's going on too. I just have a tendency sometimes to get inspired and start moving in one direction when I've actually moved away from the course that's been laid out. So I just keep this in front of me. But the purpose of this course is to explore and experience the connection between being formed into the image of Jesus Christ and working for justice. Specific focus will be on justice in terms of what is fair, just, or right concerning how all of God's creation is treated, including the allocation and sharing of material, relational, emotional, and intellectual resources. We will seek to understand the connection between spiritual formation and justice in the context of Micah 6, verse 8, examining what it means for individuals and communities of believers to act justly, love tenderly, and walk humbly with God. So that's the big picture snapshot of what we're going to be doing and where we're going to be headed the next 8 weeks. By me putting this stuff out there on like Facebook and stuff, I hope it doesn't paint me too much as a narcissist. Because I've been told and I've identified some narcissistic qualities about myself. But it's really, I'm looking for people to travel this road with, and hopefully, just bring, some insight for all of us as we pay attention to social justice issues and what the Scriptures say about them and what they might mean for our community of faith, and absolutely what it means for the world. Because we're Christians and because we're here, it should mean something. I think that's the point. So that's the first vlog. I got that one out of the way. The course doesn't start until next week. So this Sunday we'll start kicking in. We're going to watch Brother, Sun, Sister, Moon. If you guys want to look that up, it's an old movie. Kind of follow along with what's going to be kind of affecting the thoughts over the next few days. That would be great. But it's Friday. Go Rangers. I was just thinking in regards to baseball and social justice, the amount of money that the New York Yankees are getting paid to play baseball is astronomical, and astronomically higher than most of the other Major League Baseball teams out there. I mean, what could be done with some of that money instead of paying these guys to play ball? Anyways, all right. God bless. I'll talk to you guys later.